All right. Hey, everyone. T-Bone and I are going to make our fantasy picks now. We just completed a preview video, which has the surf forecast. We break down the matchups. We also geek out a little bit on the surfmetrics.app. And there's so much information in there. I think it's worth jumping over. But we're going to just jump right in, T-Bone, and make fantasy picks. And I also have to mention, there are 3 videos I've spent the last couple of days at Trestles, and those are also on the channel. If you would like and you like to talk surf, subscribe and all that stuff. All right, so let's jump into it, dude. Here we go.
Let's go.
We start in women's tier C. We start at the bottom and work our way up. And there is another wild card coming. We don't know who it is. As we talked about in the preview video, it could possibly be Brisa Hennessy, who I saw on the beach. But right now it's Aaron Brooks and Sawyer Lindblad. Who are you taking in tier C, T-Bone?
Mate, I'm taking Sawyer. She got a dynamic backhand. She's got nothing to lose. She's a wild card for this event. Unfortunately, came 11th. She's a local, so I'm going Sawyer.
I'm going Sawyer as well. She's been surfing great, and if you've watched those videos, she looks absolutely ready to win this thing. She's performing. Let's go to tier B. Tier B, it gets difficult. Let me read them off. We have Isabella Nichols, Tyler Wright, Caroline Marks, Betty Lou Sakata Johnson, Luana Silva, and Lakey Peterson. I'm going to jump in and tell you straight away, this one was pretty easy for me. I'll take Caroline Marks, and I will take Lakey Peterson. How about you?
Mate, you're copying me again.
Well, you're doing well this year. I didn't mean to copy you.
Dude, the judges at Trestles like Caroline. She's always seems to be up there in the business end. So she'll be swinging 12 o'clock on those
She will.
on her backhand. And Lakey, average heat score 15.04. We've talked about her performances in the preview video. Lakey for me as well.
Yeah, and if you click on the blue button, you can see some of their stats. But yeah, you notice one thing about Caroline, she doesn't fall a lot, especially in competition. And she's just so sturdy on her backhand at Trestles. I think that's a great pick. Tell us what you think in the comments below. Counterpoint that. Tell us who you're going to pick. Whoops, I hit tier B again. Let's go to tier A. And remember, we do have to pick a power surfer, T-Bone.
Yep.
I'm going to let you pick this time. I'll hit the blue button. There's no past results because they're not counting the finals in here. But we have in tier A women's Gabriella Bryan, Caitlin Simmers, and Molly Picklum. Who you taking?
I'll take Caitlin.
Damn, you're copying me, dude.
Seems pretty obvious. It's an obvious one. She's got all the tools.
You know what? I was thinking you might pick Gabriella Bryan, and I was going to take Katie. We're going to have the same picks. We're going to have the exact same picks. I'm going to be different. I'm taking Gabriella Bryan. She's my power. Actually, she's not. She's not. I'm going to take Lakey and Caroline, as I mentioned.
Who's your power? Oh, he's not. He's done it. I was going to power Lakey as well.
I'm going to power Lakey. She had a gritty performance. I'm just going to do something different here. We can't have the same picks. And you've been on a roll lately. You're due for a shocker. I'm not wishing that on you. Let's go to tier A. Let's go to tier C men's. Starting with Joel Vaughn, Seth Moniz, Cole Houshman, Alejo Muniz, and Kelly Slater, and one more. We do not know who it is yet. So we will take Kelly Slater as a pick. You guys out there will have an advantage because the WSL will fill that in by this weekend. But we're winging it here. T-Bone, you get 2 picks. What do you take?
I'm going Joel Vaughan. He's had 4 ninth finishes, and I just think he'll level up at Trestles. And just watching your video of Cole Houshman, the big fella he's so great to watch. He's probably got the biggest spray on tour. I'd say.
He does. He does.
Him and Geordie are pretty close. So Cole, local powerhouse, hard to not pick him either.
Yeah, I've been equally impressed watching him on the beach live. He looks great. I'm going to take Cole Houshmand, and then my other athlete that I'll pick will be Kelly Slater. You know what's funny is if you go to surfmetrics.app and do the bracket predictor, Alejo Muniz comes out in such a way that he might actually be a good pick based on friendly fire. However, I'm taking Kelly Slater. Kelly's either going to surf against Idolo or Geordie, and he loves nothing more than to be the favorite. He loves nothing more to screw up somebody's plan. So I'm taking Kelly. Even after the video I made, I told you guys I got nothing but love for the GOAT. Anyway, let's go to Tier B. You get 4 picks here, T-Bone. Let's read off the list. Felipe Toledo, Jack Robinson, Leonardo Fioravanti, Miguel Pupo, Griffin Colapinto, Jake Marshall, Rio Waeda, Conor O'Leary, Marco Mignon, Crosby Colapinto, Al Cleland, and Joao Chianca. Do you want to go your 4?
Sure, mate. And listen, I'm basing all my picks from basic statistics, thanks to Dill. I'm going Joao Chianca.
Surfmetrics.app.
Thanks.
You're going Joao Chianca?
Joao Chianca, average heat score 14.95. I'm going Griffin. He's got a couple of thirds there, looks smooth, sharp. Phil Toledo, hard to not go past Phil. And Jake Marshall.
No way,
You
dude. Those
bullshit.
are my exact picks.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you at all. I think a lot of you will have that pick. Look at yours with all the highlights and shit. Dude, it's good to see that. I think that people don't know like that we nerd out that hard. Dude, those are exactly my picks. I thought about it. Griff, Phil, and Joao were must picks for me. Yeah, and then the other one, the Jake Marshall one, there's Marco, Leo, Al, and Jake were the other picks I had in mind. But I decided I'd go Jake. Maybe I'll change one of those. You know what? I may change one of those based on how the bracket predictor lays it out. But I want to see who that other... I think what's going to happen is it's going to be thrown off by who the other wild card is for me. I don't know.
Hey, quick little stat, mate. Historically, both men and women have been won by naturals. I think Gabby and Caroline have been the exceptions. Gabby, Medina, and Caroline. Everyone else has been a natural.
Wow. Good stat, dude. That's the kind of in-depth research you get over here on the Current Surf Show. I'll go Griff, Felipe, and Joao. I'll possibly change to either Marco, Leo, Al, or Jake. Let's see. Anyway, let's go to Tier A. And Felipe, geez, I mean, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him warm up. But I think he's just so good here. It's ridiculous. Tell us who you've got in the comments below. Appreciate that. Tier A. You get 2 picks, T-Bone. I'm going to make my picks this time.
Go, man.
I'm going to take, you're probably going to take the same. I'm going to take Ethan Ewing. And, you know, I found this stat out. Dude, he has not, I went back and looked, he hasn't won since Bells. And that was a couple years ago. Like, he's gotten some in the finals, but he has not won since Bells. And Bells, you know, he loves it right, and he's surfing so well. He does lack that air game. I'm going to go Ethan Ewing. And the other pick I'm going to go with is Yago Dora. And I think I'm going to power Yago. I think I've done this before.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. So I will go Ethan and Yago. I will power Yago. And you have to tell us who your power is.
Sure. Well, my power is Phil Toledo.
Nice.
I'm purely just going off the stats from surfmetrics.app. Listen, hard to go past Idolo. He's got a great result at Trestles. You know, he's fine. He makes finals in
That's a
his
good
sleep,
call, dude. You're making me
and
rethink
I
this. This is why
and
you're
and I
winning.
and I think he's going to be hungry. He's going to have a baby now. He's all pumped up, and the hormones are running high for Italo. So I'm
More
going
for
Italo.
his wife.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. Listen, Ethan as well. Hey, listen, I was listening to the Swellings up the Swellings the other day. I was listening to their Margaret River
Up the
wrap up, and
Swayans.
they were talking about how Ethan Ewing potentially sits and waits for the best wave too long, which may be, I guess, a detriment to his results. He needs to have a little bit more mongrel and go find the waves and not sit and wait for the best wave. So I think that was a great comment by him. That was Smithy or Vaughan. But anyway, I'm going Ethan. It's hard to not have him in the team just by his surfing. What I've seen in your clips, mate. It's hard to not pick him.
Yeah. And I think you're right on Elo. The reason I shied away from Elo is, well, I haven't seen him, and he's usually the guy in every event I've ever been at. First one there, first one in the water, first one warming up. And I think he carries that confidence and strength throughout an event. And I haven't seen him at all. I haven't heard that he's in town. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but he might be excited and he's going to be a dad. And I think that's awesome. I don't know, if that's going to mess with his focus. It's just stupid. Neither of us picked Jordy. And, Jordy, we talked about this on a phone call. You and I were just chit chatting, and we both agreed that Jordy is manufacturing speed like it's 2010, and it's something. I don't know what they've got in the bottom of this board. I don't know what technology or board design is happening, or if it's just we just never noticed. But he was getting speed at Margaret River in small waves on that finals day, like I
True,
hadn't seen in years, man.
true,
And
true.
there's no reason why he couldn't do that at Trestles, and he's won at Trestles.
He
So
has
he's
got a
not a
good
bad
record.
pick. I don't know what I'm thinking with Elo, to be honest, as far as a power surfer. I feel like, God, I may change my mind, but the only reason I didn't pick Griffin as power surfer, and I know many of you will, is because he's clearly the best in pre-surf warm-ups, but when it comes to actual game time, he's lost twice in the finals. And I mean, I was backing him. I called that he was going to win the finals a year before last, and he didn't. And I think it's disappointing. Maybe this is his year, you know. And Felipe, God, that is a no-brainer. So you're powering Felipe.
I am, yes.
Yeah, jeez.
And I just want to throw out a dark horse, being
Please.
Kanoa Igarashi.
I totally agree. Yeah, what were you going to say? Continue on.
I mean, Kanoa's looked insane, especially during the Aussie treble. You know, he's surfing at Burley and Bells and Margaret's. His confidence seems really good at the moment. He seems to be in a good space. So, yeah, you never know. I think Kanoa it has got all the all the tools in his bag there to unleash at Trestle. So he's a bit of a dark horse, Kanoa.
God, I think you're right. And he's looking good on those JSs. I know that Jake Patterson, all that
Sharp
has
eyes,
been
I think, mate.
no, he's JS now. He's switched to
Really?
JS.
Are you
Yeah.
sure?
He's off the sharp eyes. Yeah, I could be totally
Right.
wrong on that. Let's
Okay.
look. Let's fact check that real quick. But the other catalyst is definitely Jake, the snake, is coaching him, and you're right. He looked great, and he's also, remember, at Burley, different wave but similar wave. How well he did at Burley. He was on fire in Oz, to be honest. So yeah, he's a great pick. Yeah, God, now I'm
Dude,
starting.
I think you're right. There's just looking at Kanoa's Instagram, he's got a JS Industries post
Yeah,
up.
Yeah, he switched to JS because I also saw his dad down on the beach. His dad was going to the beach, and he had a couple JSs under his arm that he was taking for Kanoa to try. So he's
Okay.
on JS. He just switched last year, so he's had a couple board changes over the last 3 seasons. But he's on JS now, and he's got Jake, and I think all of it is coming together, and he definitely does look confident. So anyway, those are our picks. What do you guys think? Tell us in the comments below. Who are your power surfers? T-Bone, any final words?
No, mate, look forward to it. Hopefully, we get some good waves. And yeah, I mean, I love watching Trestles when it's on. When it's got a bit of size to it, you see some of the best high performance surfing go down. So yeah, I do like Trestles as a venue.
Yeah, and we'll have decent waves. You can see all of that in the preview video. Also, on Monday, the start of the waiting period, I believe they're going to run that day. I'll be down there at the Dawn Patrol, giving you all the surf report. T-Bone and I will be doing that live together. We can't wait for your comments. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the events.
You.
Or to the event. You. All right. Good luck with your fantasy team. Catch you later.